Ladies and gentlemen, do we have some intel for you today? So today the first trailer, not teaser, got dropped for Season 5 of Modern Warfare. And it shows us a whole bunch of stuff, but mainly focuses on the new faction called Shadow Company, which we've talked about a lot on this channel before. But what's interesting is we haven't seen anything new about Soap being added into the game, or Frank Woods, both of which we know are in the game files. So first things first, here's the trailer. Enjoy. There's definitely some things you're going to miss on your first viewing that we're going to talk about afterwards.
We are soldiers, each our own force. Join the Armistice. Join the Armistice Alliance. Stand up for your brothers.
He was right until that treaty collapsed and chaos set in. Now, we got friends on the ground who need professionals to get the job done right. Shadow Company has actionable intel and the best warfighters money can buy. So I ask you, who do you want to be? And who do you want on your team? Join us.
Woo! That's a spicy meatball. So there is a lot to unpack from that trailer. We got new characters, a new faction, and on top of that, an addition to the story of Warzone, which we're all going to dive into. Now, I just wanted to mention that yesterday I did a video talking about Stadium and the map changes coming to Warzone given through us via a teaser yesterday. So if you want to check that out, it'll be linked down in the description on screen after the video. You can check all of that out. It goes in great depth as to what is going to happen to Stadium. So like I said, check that out if you're interested. Now, as far as what we are looking at today, this trailer adds a lot to the story of Warzone. And if you'd like me to make a video before Season 5 comes out talking about how this changes the story and the difference between Season 1 and Season 5, I can do that probably this weekend. All you got to do to show me is simply hit that like button on this video. It'll show me that that's something you actually want to see. Now, as far as what this trailer is talking about, it starts off by talking about Armistice. As we know, Armistice is a group of soldiers between Coalition and Allegiance that at the beginning of the game, right at the end, agreed to work together to take down the bad guys Alcatala and Mr. Z in Verdansk.
This is Case Officer Laswell of the Coalition. I'm in joint command with Sergeant Kamarov of the Allegiance.
Let's put our differences aside. Together, as Armistice, this is our first direct action against the Alcatala army.
As we know, through the various trailers and things that we've seen in-game, Armistice has fallen. They have completely fallen apart and they need help.
Zakhaev's plan is working. The Armistice in Verdansk is officially fallen. It's bloody chaos.
Tell me something I don't know.
And that is where Shadow Company comes in, and that is where this trailer comes in. Because in this trailer, they talk about a new group of soldiers called Shadow Company. By the way, the guy who you hear talking throughout the entire trailer is known as Marcus Lerch Ortega, or Lerch for short, and he's kind of like the current leader of Shadow Company. It's important to mention that as of right now, there is no mention of General Shepard in this trailer. When I first heard the voice, I'm like, maybe that's General Shepard, but it didn't sound like it, and by the end, we find out that it's Marcus Lerch Ortega, who you're seeing on screen here and is kind of like the leader of Shadow Company at the moment. Now, here is what he describes Shadow Company as.
Shadow Company has actionable intel and the best warfighters money can buy. So I ask you, who do you want to be? And who do you want on your team? Join us.
So the two things that I want to point out from this cutscene is, first of all, they portray Shadow Company as actual good guys. Yes, he says they're mercenaries for hire, but their goal is to take down Mr. Z and Alcatala. In other words, do the job that Armistice couldn't complete. So as of right now, these guys are portrayed as good guys. They are even in the Allegiance section of the two different factions. They are Shadow Company. They're working underneath the Allegiance, which is strange because, as we know from Modern Warfare 2, Shadow Company ended up being a bunch of bad guys working for General Shepard, and we all know how that turned out. So I guess we have to wait to see how Shadow Company's story actually plays out. I will say throughout that trailer, you see them cutting into Armistice's broadcast, and you can kind of see this image here where you can see their logo and please stand by. So they're kind of just taking away from Armistice as a group of soldiers as a whole, which is kind of interesting as well. So, Shadow Company. Who do we have as operators currently in Shadow Company? As of right now, at the launch of Season 5, there is going to be 3. As you can see, Rose is there on the left. She was just added in. She's going to be pushed over to Shadow Company. In the middle there, we have the new character who I believe is going to be the main title character for Season 5. And this is Marcus Lerch Ortega. He is the one that sent out all of the teasers that we've already seen for Season 5. And this is his description. Lerch hails from Plano, Texas, and is a former member of the U.S. Marine Corps. Known on the battlefield for his enthusiasm and success in regards to eliminating the enemy. It was better to have Lerch with you rather than against you. Following USMC, civilian life didn't suit Lerch, so he re-entered the fight in the private sector and is considered a one-man force multiplier. When Shadow Company CEO came across Lerch's dossier, the question I have here is that CEO none other than General Shepard? I guess we have to wait to find out. He was a perfect combination of skill and moral flexibility. There is no contract Lerch won't take on, nor challenge he won't face, which is how he finds himself in Verdansk leading the operators of Shadow Company. So at the end there where it says there's no contract he won't take is kind of where the question begins for this character, because if that's the case, can he switch over to the bad guys? Is he just working for money? Or what are his moral stances on things? For this, we'll have to wait for more trailers and information to find out about him. But the character that interests me the most is the character on the right of this image. This character is called Velikan or Velikan. I don't know how to say it properly, but this is his description, and this one interests me. Not much is known about Velikan. Dressed in body armor for protection in battle and to hide his identity. Little is confirmed about this operator. A shadow of a shadow. Tales of his exploits are written as fairy tales at best and gross exaggerations at worst. Those who know him never speak ill of him, whether it's due to fear or respect, no one knows. So this character, a shadow of a shadow, really interests me. I do have a theory as to who this character is, but for me to be sure, I need a little bit more information. And unfortunately, this character probably isn't going to be coming out until the 3rd or 4th week of the season. But as soon as we have more information, I'm going to fill you in on who I think this is. But for now, let me know what you think down in the comments. But right now, it's a mystery, but like I said, I have a pretty good idea. Now, there is one other weird thing about the Shadow Company operators, is that we know already that Mace is a part of Shadow Company. There's literally a Shadow Company patch on him. So why he wasn't added to Shadow Company is kind of strange to me. Maybe he will be later, but as of right now, I don't really know. This is kind of strange to me. So let me know what you think about this down in the comments. So as far as this trailer goes, it doesn't really show off much as to what is to come within Season 5 as far as like weapons or battle pass items, other than really characters and Shadow Company and progressing the story, which I actually don't mind. I'm guessing earlier next week we'll probably find more out about those kind of things. But even though there's not that much hidden in the trailer, there are 2 images that they gave us in the blog post that do show off 2 new things. So the first one is in the image of the 3 new operators. They are holding a gun that I didn't recognize at first. I thought maybe it could be of the Galil Ace, but upon looking at it further, this is definitely the AN-94. I looked at some images, compared them. It has the same sort of magazine. So this is the AN-94, which tells us that this is going to be a part of Season 5 right away, and the Battle Pass, which is cool. There's one of the new weapons. So the second image you have to look at a little bit more, but it's of Velikan, or however you say his name, and this one, it's not the weapon. I believe that's either the Fennec or the MP7. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think that's a new weapon. But the background is what I'm talking about in this one. So this takes place inside the parking garage of airport, but the interesting thing about this is that there is a flag inside the parking garage. This means one of 2 things to me. Either they are making this area a multiplayer map, this could also be a new mode within Warzone, or it could just be Warzone Rumble with the flag in this location. I'm not 100% sure. My best bet as of right now is somehow this is going to be a multiplayer map, but I don't know in what capacity, if it's going to be a ground war map or what this is going to look like. It's possible they're making Airport a ground war map, which I think would be pretty cool, but for that, we'll have to wait and see. But ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're looking at for Season 5. It appears to be a Shadow Company season. We are getting a bunch of Shadow Company operators. We don't as of right now know who the 3rd operator is going to be coming later in Season 5. I guess for that, we'll have to wait and see. Maybe that's going to be General Shepard, or maybe that's going to be another character like Woods or Soap McTavish. We'll have to wait and see. But as of right now, Shadow Company's going big. That is really all we know and the main takeaway from this trailer as a whole. But that is all the information summed up into one video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, it's always appreciated if you hit that like button. Also, if you're new to the channel, like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We are getting closer and closer to 1 million subscribers, and if you want to be a part of it, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And as I said before, let me know what you think of all of this down in the comments. But as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.
Join us